Welcome back to From the Burbs to the Tetons. I got a little help here today. Hal's feeling a little neglected, so he wanted to come up and help me. So what we're talking about today, yes, you're such a good boy. What we're going to be talking about today is what are we talking about today? Sit. Sit. So what we're talking about today are toolkits. I recently have decided to drop out of the software industry. I'm not ruling it out completely. If the dream job of software development shows up in my email box and somebody really wants to hire me, then I would take the job. But it would need to be out in Idaho or remote. I've decided to get into construction. It's the #1 industry out in Idaho right now. And I love working with my hands. When I was younger in high school, one of the things I used to do to relax was to do woodworking stuff. I'd make tables and cutting boards and all sorts of stuff. And I've done an odd bit of this and that over the years too. Pretty good at it, and so I'm you know, all the research I've done for my house, I've really just fallen in love with the idea of building high performance houses, fixing houses so that they're high performant, you know, net zero, green houses, whatever you want to call them. Those are the three things that everybody kind of refers to them as. But yeah, so what I'm trying to do is figuring out what I'm going to start buying as tools. Now, what I have purchased over the years is Ryobi. And the reason I've done that is it's a good homeowner's kind of weekend warrior tool set. They were one of the first ones to come out with a lot of battery operated stuff that was reasonably priced. You know, way back when they had the Ryobi 1, now it's the Ryobi 1 Plus. You go in the store, there'd be, you know, 30 things on the shelf that you could buy in that grouping, and everything else would have 1 or 2 items. And this is, I mean, years ago. I've got the old blue stuff. Now they call it Ryobi 1 Plus, which is all their lithium stuff. I've only bought a few things in the lithium line, and almost everything in it that I've bought so far has broken, and I haven't used it that hard. So I know I can't buy that as my go-to construction tools. So let's get into the meat of the video. Makita versus DeWalt versus Milwaukee. So let's talk a little bit about my philosophy on battery-operated power tools. I really don't care about battery life. I just don't get why people are so concerned with it. Buy another battery. And actually you should buy 2 or 3 more batteries. That's one of the reasons I'm kind of being careful about which set I start off with, because I'll buy extra batteries, I'll buy extra chargers, and I'll have plenty of power to go around. I don't care if it lasts 45 minutes or 50 minutes. That 5 minutes doesn't matter. If I actually use the tool that much, I better have another battery to put in it. I want all brushless tools. It doesn't make any sense at this day and age with all the brushless tools that are out there and how well they work compared to the old style tools, that you wouldn't get a complete brushless set. I also care about specialty tools for woodworking and specialty tools for construction. All these kits I talk about are available on Amazon. I am an Amazon partner/associate, and I get a little commission if you buy anything using one of my links. It's a great way to support the channel, and it doesn't cost you any extra. So let's start with Makita. Makita has my heart for sure. I always bought Makita when I was younger, especially for woodworking. The ergonomics of the tools are just amazing. They're so well balanced. They fit very nicely in your hand. And it's important, especially when you're doing fine woodworking, you spend a lot of times with these tools in your hand because you're going slow so you can be precise. And it matters whether or not, like a hand sander, feels comfortable in your hand, because you might hold it for 45 minutes. Makita often gets low marks for its power and how long its batteries last, but it's not like they're horrible power. It's not like they're unusable power. It's just that they're not as strong usually as what DeWalt and Milwaukee will score. One thing I really like about this kit is it's got the hammer driver drill, and it's got its nicer one. One of the knocks on this kit is it only comes with a 6.5-inch circular saw. That'll work fine for cutting 2-inch thick lumber, but nothing thicker than that. But do I really need anything on the job site to cut anything thicker than 2 inches? If it's 4 inches, a 7.5-inch saw isn't going to work for that anyways. Makita definitely has my heart, but I need to make a logical/financial decision on this, just not one from my heart. When I started thinking about building my own place, or at least doing most of the work on the build, DeWalt popped into my head almost immediately as the brand I was going to go with, kind of hands down, especially because of their battery-operated tables and miter saw. It just made sense to me that that was the brand to go with to be on a job site that didn't have electricity. And if you look at some of the other channels that really go into the nitty-gritty on these tool comparisons, often DeWalt and Milwaukee are at the top of power and how long their batteries last. As far as durability goes, DeWalt and Milwaukee always seem to be at the top of the list too. But what I don't understand with DeWalt is that they have all of these tool sets, the ones that are more than just two, where there's 2 drivers or something in it. The ones that have 6, 7, 8 items in it. They almost call all of them XR something, and often they have one XR tool in it. The whole kit is not XR. This is the only full XR kit I could find. They list another one someplace, $695, but it's hard to find anybody who sells it. Then the other thing I don't understand too is that DeWalt puts the right side blade in this kit, where everybody wants the left side blade, the worm drive style circular saw. Milwaukee's set is the most expensive kit, but it has 7 tools instead of 6. The only major thing I'd change in their pack would be they give you 2 impact drivers, their basic small one for tight spaces, and then their medium size, more heavy duty one. This only will charge 1 battery at a time. That's the way the DeWalt one is too, and the Makita, it has a double battery charger in it, so I like that. Now the Milwaukee set is about $220 more than the DeWalt and the Makita. Milwaukee does come with a 5-year warranty, DeWalt 3, and then Makita only 1, except on the batteries it's 3, so they're really behind everybody else. So the $1,000,000 question, which one of them should I buy? I would love to hear your thoughts on the good, the bad, and the ugly on these 3 sets, and why I should buy one over the other. Leave your comments down below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, if you want to buy one of these kits, please use one of my links below and help out the channel. And I'll see you on the next one.